Okay, the red vertical lines are the CME market, Bitcoin monthly futures expiration dates. If you've been watching my videos, I've shown these vertical lines. I've added some other ones here. You'll notice yellow vertical lines now. The red vertical lines are the last Friday of the month, the expiration of Bitcoin CME market futures. I'm not used to live streaming, so bear with me. Let me stutter for a minute. Pump and dump every month. Basically, it dumps down. This is the daily chart. This is the entire 2021 chart right here. Basically, since the last week of December 2020, it's pumped away from the closure and dumped down to it. Pumped away, dumped down to it. See how this working? Pump away, dump down to it. Pump away, dump down to it. Pump away, dump down to it. And a little bit change here, but there's still pump away, dump down to it. Pump away, dump down to it. Pump, and then this is a little different action here. It's the same structure. It just happened a week earlier because some extra social media influence, namely Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey and the guy who runs Twitter. Those people, they can really make this pump if they want and dump if they want. So always be careful of that. And then the next month, August, pump away from it. And it started dumping in the middle of the month, but it kind of recovered. And then there was a 9% dump. If you see my charts, you notice, okay, dump away down, dump away, pump away from it, dump down to it. And so I've drawn in these yellow vertical lines. This is where the monthly pump starts. And look how close it is. Look how close it is to the red vertical lines. That's where the pump starts. The yellow lines is where the pump starts, right? The red line is the Bitcoin futures expiration, where it dumps down to the red lines. It's not perfect, but you can clearly see month after month after month the same pattern, same structure shows up. Even with enormous dumps and enormous pumps, it still ends up doing this. So we'll make this video about where we are right now, where that pump might start. I just want to show you this. This is January. Well, the first week of February. 1, 2, 3, 4 days. The pump started. See where the yellow line's at? Let's see where. Make sure I got the right one in there. Right here. 4 days. Pump started. Pumped away from it. Dumped down to the red line. 1, 2, 3 days. 3 days after the red line. All right. Can you see the pointer on my phone? I've never done this before. Red vertical line, yellow line is where the pump started. First week of March, it was 3 days after the red line. March 26th, futures close. I've just moved this yellow line over 1 day so you can see the red line. This actually occurred on the same day. It actually occurred. I just so you can see where the red line's at. That yellow line needs to be slid over 1 day to the left. The pump started on that day on the red line. Okay, now we'll go to the end of April, first week of March. This is the only time where the pump started to the left of the red line, and that was 4 days before. That's the only time that ever happened. And then the next month we got last week of May. It dumps down to it. Red line. See how this working? 2 days. Pump starts. Yellow line. 2 days to the right. The red line. Next month, June 25th. 1 day later, pump starts. And then it dumps down. And this is a little different through here. But even here, where it pumped up, the one time it's pumped up to that date and it dumped down, the pump started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 5 days after the expiration close. Next month, 9% dump down to the red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 5 days after the red line, the pump starts. And then, of course, it's dumping down, right? Every month it's basically dumping down pretty much to the red line. It's not a perfect science. See, that one actually bottomed out 3 days before the red line. But then it's got kind of a double bottom to it. See how it comes back down here? Let's see, where's my pointer at? This one's got a double bottom. I get the same sense that's what's happening this month. I could be wrong. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. 6 days after the red line, the pump starts. And that was a marvelous pump. Okay, so where we're at now, zoom in. Zoom in where we're at now. October 28th was the red line. We're pumping away from it on that date. There could be another dump coming. It just feels to me like this. It might be this. It might be a little double bottom. It won't be a perfect double bottom, but I think this might dump down. I just get the feeling. Let me zoom in. Zoom in on this guy. Okay, this is where we're at today. Let me expand this. Drop it down. There you go. All right. Hopefully that's a good shot of it. So we're 2 days. We're 2 days after. Now I don't know if this is the real pump coming directly off the red line. I don't know, or if it's a bit of a fake out. I do kind of get the feeling it could come down here, you know, like maybe touch 59 again, and then be on its merry way. And I don't know how high it'll go. You know, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be our all-time. I don't know if that's going to be our all-time high, or if we're going to kind of meander around in there and maybe go up to 70. I'm not sure. I have no idea. That's just in the future. I just want to make this video about this pump. This could be the real pump. This could be the real pump right here. 2 days after, it could come down again, and then you know 3, 4, maybe 5 days. So looking back at that chart, what was the longest? 5. I think the longest was 5 days. Is that right? The longest was 1, 2, 3, 4 days. The longest one was 1, 2, 3 here. The longest one was here, and that was after a small dump. That was after the smallest dump. That was the smallest monthly dump right there. 5 days later, it pumped. So we're coming off an all-time high. The last all-time high dump was huge. So last all-time high was 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Let's see. Okay, look at this. Well, no, wait. No, wait. The last all-time high, the pump started before. That's interesting. So this all-time high, the pump's starting on the day. So maybe that is the pump. Maybe that is the pump. But as you can see, looking at this chart, now this is just the facts. This is just the history, right? This is just the history. So let me zoom out here. I'll get this live stream down better for you in the future. I do apologize. But this is pretty interesting. Okay, I got the whole thing fit in there now. So let's get rid of that guy. It's probably throwing you off. I need to watch one of these videos on YouTube so I'll know how to improve it. This is my first run, so let me get a little slack in there. And that's about it, I guess. I could talk about these ascending channels. So maybe some people out there are saying Bitcoin has a chance to go to 100,000 right now, you know, in the coming months. So this ascending channel here was basically the parabolic push coming from the end of 2020. And see how steep that is? But then look over here. Right, look over here. Look how steep that one is. So in order for this, I've marked off these blue lines here are the end of November and end of December. CME monthly expiration futures, Bitcoin futures expiration dates. December 31st is the last Friday of the month. That's pretty cool. That's New Year's Eve. So I'm not sure. I guess they'll be closed. I'm not sure. I don't have experience with that market, so I don't know if they'll probably be closed, right, on New Year's Eve. Not sure how they do that. Will it be the Thursday before then? But anyways, these blue lines. Will there be another red ones, right? Will this pattern keep going every month in 2021? That's why this chart's hard to ignore, right? This is really hard to ignore for anyone to ignore. How I've got it marked off here. So in order for this to go to 100,000, let me scrunch this down. Here it is, this blue line. Basically the last day of 2021, last day of December. Is it 96,000? 96,000, and that's basically a parabolic pump. If I zoom out, this is what it looks like. Whoops. That's what it looks like. See this up here? That's what needs to happen for Bitcoin to go to $100,000 in 2021. To put that in perspective, right? And we've been stuck down here for 8 months. So I'm not saying it can't happen, but just take a gander at what that would be. It would take a parabolic push. And of course, the price of Bitcoin now is at 60,000, right? And when this one started down here, the price was at 10,000. So now the price is 6 times more expensive. So, for this thing to double, you're talking about, I don't know, to go to 120, it'd be like, what, $1 trillion? I'm just off the cuff here. To go to 100, you're talking probably, I don't know, what is it, 700 billion or something in the next 60 days? Basically, the whole history of Bitcoin, the last decade of Bitcoin, needs to get packed into the next 60 days. So that's highly unlikely, in my opinion. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but for those channels out there that might be telling you that it's going to 200,000 or something, that's a lot of money, man. That's just all I got. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It's just a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So we've basically been stalled out right where we're at now since February 21st, over 8 months ago. So anyways, so let's see the end of November. End of November. Last Friday in November would put Bitcoin at 77,753. And in November, 77. If it stayed on this, so one of my very first charts I made was back here on Bitcoin with these trend lines going up, and I was saying, oh yeah, if this rate will be at 200,000, and blah blah blah, right? So I've been watching this every day this year. I've been watching this chart. So it's I would say it's almost impossible for Bitcoin to maintain that trajectory. Let me zoom out here on the phone. I would say that's almost impossible. Just take a look at that, right? That puts it into perspective. But maybe low 70,000s this month or December or January, maybe 80. And that's really pushing it. So I would suspect this comes back down. The November pump might go up to 70, 65, 70, who knows for sure. And then we're looking at the dump back down, probably into the 50,000s. And in November, and probably just the same structure. And then there'll probably be, December and January have been really, really super bullish, the best months of Bitcoin in the past, in the halving cycles, during the halving cycle bull runs. December, January, into February, those are the best months as far as parabolic blow off tops. So maybe something like that happens, but I would suspect this is whatever happens. If this tries to stay on this, whatever happens, I would probably say February, March, April, May of 2022. There's probably going to be at least, you know, probably at 50%. You know, this is, my opinion could change, but just looking at this, I've been following this every day. There'll probably be another 50% dump. It's a matter of time or more. So, anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up and go look at this on YouTube and see how I can improve this product for you. So I sure hope you enjoyed the show. And as always, thanks for watching. Let's say bye to Goldie Fish. You can meet my crew. This is my assistant, Goldie D Fish. What's up, Goldie D Fish? All right, y'all have a good night. Later. What's up, Crypto My Retirement? I wasn't looking at the chat section for all you making chats. I was too busy trying to keep my phone pointed straight, and so all you that were saying hi, what's up, and appreciate you showing up and commenting and stuff. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a good night. Later. See you later, fish. Bye, fish. Or bye, guys. Bye, guys. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye, guys. I'm an old goldfish.